Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter Critique, where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. And today, it's the beginning of the year blues. That's what I named this one, because the only reason I covered this was because they put the date they were launching, and I love when companies do that. So today we're covering a game that is less than I lost track at around 150 on the popularity. So it is below below 150 on the popularity chart when it comes to tabletop games. So it's not, or on games. It's Golem Run. Race, bet, fix, and win. It is funded though, 106% funded. 2 days left to go. That's awesome. South Carolina, and competitive race betting game with a trick-taking mechanic. Now, I do love betting games. I do love race games. I do love trick-taking games. So that, on top of putting the date, was also another thing that excited me about it. Look at the main image. Not really much excitement at all. I can't really see anything. You're so far zoomed out because you wanted to show me like the artwork of the Golem's chest or something that I can't, like, what's on the board moving around? What is this? Because that feels like the interesting thing. If you told me this was a trick-taking game and a race game and a betting game and there was a board in the center, I'm intrigued already. But right now I can't really see it that well. I'd love to just see what that is. Also, player link, time count, age would be spectacular. A video. Oh no, no video. That hurts. Why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? So no video. That's not a great idea, and that's just statistically, if you do not have a video, you are substantially less likely to fund than a project with a video. Those are the odds. And it's just not having a video makes it look not professional, I think, would probably be why, in my guess. Also, we're not using this. That feels a little bit lazy, because now it's like, all right, I hope you really crush it on the story. Hopefully it crushes it on the story. It's a great story. I enjoy going through it, because if not, I can't just click to exactly where I need to get to, because you decided that was not a feature that was going to be on your Kickstarter page, even though it could be there. Not a great look. Especially considering 22 created, 145 back. I know you know how to do this. You've been here a lot. The DDP game design team currently consists of about 25 talented and enthusiastic individuals from all around the world. Wow. And then we have one collaborator here. Interesting. What is this? So at Golem Run, a thematic card game. Justice. So this is a whole bunch of publishers all using one Kickstarter page. The hope being that the people from the previous projects will also join on your projects. Okay, I don't hate the idea if that's what it is. Let's see if people get their stuff. That's the thing that's important here. So this is from earlier. This is from last year, mid last year. Probably didn't get their stuff yet. Freddie O'Leary, Golem Run, our next evocative trick taker, is still about 3 days in Kickstarter. We'd love to see you there. Any news on this might be coming. We're nicely on schedule. Games are produced and we'll leave China right after that in 2 weeks. Okay, looks like good customer service. Let's make sure the trick taking in a Machiavellian dwarven court. Tracking number received in New York 4 months ago. Just got mine 5 months ago. Good to hear it. So people got their stuff. Cool. Still doing great customer service as well. Justice. People get their stuff. I'm going to guess one comment means people probably didn't get their stuff. This one probably didn't happen. Yeah, that one didn't happen. Look at one more. Factory 42 Specialist at Golems. So this is an expansion. Awesome. Any news for U.S. backers? I haven't heard anything or received any notice. It's been almost 2 months since your last update. All pledges should have been shipped. Yours as well. That last one's went out in September. I'm now in Spain. Okay. And it looks like they're still doing great customer service. So can you do it? Yes. Not worried about it. Do I want it? Don't know. I like the words you said. They all sounded great. I love trick-taking games. I love racing games. I love betting games. I love 3 to 5 players, 30 minutes, ages 12 plus. Those are all fantastic things. All right, we got a little board in the middle. It's going to have some pieces moving around. Cool, presumably racing around. I'm in. Now that's interesting. That looks okay. Tell me more. So we got a bunch of pictures, some moving graphics. Why back now? The contents. What do we got? Hit me with the price too. Why not? I imagine it's gonna be a pretty decent price. Even though this box is a very odd shape. It's not a bad shape. Like, I don't mind that shape at all. It's just an odd shape. Like, I love the thin. Because there's so many times I get that shelf space where it's like, oh, there's that spot right on the top, and you can slide some stuff in. You have a nice thin game like Golem Run. Don't hate that shape. Love to know the size, and I'd love to know the price as well. Screen printed golems included. Fancier golem meeples. Nice. Unique golden meeples. Awesome. Linen cardfish. Oh, these are stretch goals. Okay, so you mark them as included as we hit them. Okay. Additional hex grid tile. That sounds fantastic. We'll add one more hex grid tile for every full 1,000 after 7,000, and we'll offer the mini expansion as an add-on. Man, this really feels like an old school Kickstarter, and I kind of don't hate it at all. I kind of love it. Like, it's like, oh yeah, every 1,000 we'll add like an extra hex in there. It's like, oh, okay. What is this, 2013? I love it. I love it. All right, we got a previews from below. You'll find the links. This is a review.
I have 2 cards here.
Okay, I just want to. Okay, so they have one video. Not a fan of just that. I'd love a gameplay video if you have one. It's great to have a video. Deck of S1. Golem Run is a gem. It's like one of the lightest designs we'll see from this team, but it retains a deftness of touch, which has been a hallmark of their games. What does that mean? Like, your buddy is like, yeah, I missed game night last week. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that game? Well, it retained a deftness of touch, which has been a hallmark of the designer, though, so we expect no less. I don't know what that means. Golem Run is an incredibly entertaining trick taker. It is an interesting addition of bluffing, betting, deduction, and hidden information. Ooh, hidden information to a simple trick-taking game. An incredibly entertaining trick taker is an interesting addition of bluffing, bet. See, so I kind of like the fact that they just smushed together all those mechanisms, but it's trick-taking. Which, once again, just leads me to believe that this isn't going to have a bad price. But, honestly, looking at their funding goal, I'm wondering if it is going to be kind of a rough price. Because I'm wondering if they're doing it this like a really small print run kind of thing. If you enjoy tactical trick-taking games with bidding and betting mechanisms, we recommend Golem Run. Is this clickable? Beautiful. Okay. Tactical trick with bidding. If you enjoy this exact style game, if you enjoy this mechanism, we recommend this game. I guess that's fair. So, $12? That's not bad. Not bad at all. I still don't know the main price. I'm annoyed. What is it, $40? Is that it? 31? Oh, it's an Essence Spiel, of course. So, here's what I'm talking about. I also hate the main image even more. I would mention that. Like, Spiel pickup available, right? Because if I know I'm going to Spiel, like sometimes you do. Like, I know I'm going to Origins. I know I'm going to Gen Con. Like, those are the 2 conventions that I probably know I'm going to. And if someone has that as a thing, I'm like, ooh, that's nice. I can go. I can pick up a game. I don't have to spend money then. That's the kind of thing I'd honestly put on the marquee. You know, because people all the time, they put, like, all the different places that they ship to. But I've seen other people do it before where it's like, yeah, Essence Field pickup. And I think that's a nice one to do. It's really, like, it looks good on you. It makes you look professional. It helps with the can you do it aspect of it, too. Like, oh, yeah, they got plans. All right, and also with that one, I would even mention that a little bit. Like, yeah, we have a long-standing booth here at this section, this thing back here, so don't worry about it at all. And blah 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 blah. Download the rule booklet. Great add-ons. All of our existing products will be available in the Pledge Manager. Oh, this is okay. Cool. I would doll these up a bit more. Yeah, I think I would doll these up just a smidge bit more. Like, I'd make those a bit longer. Like, show me some of the components. Right? Have any of them won the awards? Have any of them been nominated for any awards? I feel like that, because here's the thing. I love this section. I don't want to dog on the section. I want you to feel like this is a negative. I actually really like their add-on section a good deal. I think it just could be better, because it looks like this is an add-on section they're going to use in the future, where it's like, all right, we're going to sell some of our games out the back door on our current Kickstarter. No issues with that at all. Love it. But if you're going to be using this time and time again, I would just stall it up just a smidge bit more. The team, Dragon Dawn Productions, and I'm curious. So what are the Board Game Geek ratings looking like? Oh my gosh, my back hurts. Stupid getting old. You suck. Meisho and Orkney Saga. But more importantly, this publisher is. So 9462. So Perdition's Mouth 3948. So nothing here. Okay. Well, they don't have anything here that like I would probably shout about. Like the numbers, but like I said, you could still doll that area up with some quotes, right? I'm sure there's some reviews here from some of your stuff of people saying, "Oh yeah, this is my 10-year-old absolutely had a blast with it." Like anything like that. I feel like, especially because here's the other thing. If someone really wants to support you, they like you and your project, they're like, all right, yeah, I'll throw in $25 because I want to see this happen, right? And you can just make it. And once again, not knocking their area. I think it could be better. I love it. All right, so let's see. But I also hate the fact that we don't just have a price. So $34. Yeah, why are we hiding that? That's a fantastic price. Oh, but then we also have the trick-taking set. This is 6 different trick-taking games. Wow. I kind of feel like that should totally be spotlighted as a pledge area, right? Because at the end of the day, most of the time when you're like, oh yeah, we're trying to sell you our other 5 games, it's like, okay, thank you. But it's $94. It's not a lot. And if you like trick-taking games, if you like that core mechanism, someone's like, yeah, here's 6 of them. You're like, all right, well, we have our next 2 game nights or 3 game nights planned pretty much if we wanted to, all with different themes and mechanisms and deliciousness. That's a great pledge area. Like, I don't hate that at all. I honestly just hate the fact that it's not spotlighted well. Same as that price, $34 in and out the door. So it's 46. So it's 46 for this. Now, granted, it feels like a pretty premium price based on what you're getting. But once again, this does feel like a straight up like like an old school Kickstarter. Like this thing would not exist without Kickstarter. I just feel like it could also be dolled up as well and still maintain that feel, and they didn't do that. I retail so Innkeeper, $29. Wow, why were there only 3 of those? Early Bird Run with a whoa, 5. Now that's an early bird right there. That's how you build brand loyalty for your dang stuff. Holy dig dog diggity. $34 for good for them. All right, let's check out the FAQ updates, comments, gives this one a grade. What are the game dimensions? That was actually, yeah, I was wondering that as well. The box looked weird. Well, if the answer's here, then put the answer in the story about your game. Why would you make someone go to the FAQ? Same with the Golden Maple question. You also didn't convert it to inches. Why? Most of the time, majority of people are going to be from the United States of America. Now, this time, Finland coming up big. Let's go, Finland. This might be the first time I have seen Finland number 1. Tied for number 1, but still number 1. So big ups, Finland. Go you. You rock. Supporting yours. Still United States. It should be a bit higher. And I feel like some of these like little things could really appeal to it. Like cheap trick-taking games, unique mechanisms, track record of a whole bunch of other like, little trick-taking games you could try out. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on here. And I just don't feel like you get enough people through the door. And I think main image is definitely part of it. It's encouraging to see our followers' numbers increasing each day. However, we haven't yet seen this translated into backer support. If every follower pledged just $2, we would be well funded with a comfortable margin. If you haven't pledged by now, please do so. This journey's been challenging. We've faced obstacles before. We've always prevailed. We're determined to succeed this time as well, but we need your help and feedback. We have less than a week left to complete this project. Wow, that is... I love their bluntness and transparency. In response to your feedback, we have revamped the project as pre-stretched, and we've received nothing but positive reactions to the change. Oh, were they doing the cutesy playing chicken with the stretch goals thing? Additionally, we're offering the designed mini expansions as an add-on to ensure they will be available. Oh, those are the $10 things that I was like, I wasn't sure what they were. Stay tuned for 2 new previews coming with 48 hours. I just want a gameplay video. That's all I need. That's all I need. Where's your gameplay video? We're on Board Game Geek. Surely you have a gameplay video. You put it in the hand of content creators. It's not hard to shoot a gameplay video, especially for a trick-taking game, where most of the action takes place in the center. It's a 30-minute game, so surely there's a gameplay video, right? Right? I bet there is, right? Because that's just it, and I actually do want to see now. There's not. Why is there not? That's so bizarre to me. That's so bizarre to me. Okay, so from now on, whenever I do Kickstarter videos, and I'm not doing many, I'm not doing a lot, I'm going to make sure I do at least a gameplay video. That's ridiculous. Not using the back of your rule booklet. Oh, come on. Not look at all that wasted space. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that scares me a little bit. All right, final grade for Golem Run. Let's check out the comments. Just made a pledge. The problem I think this campaign have is exposure to gamers and new players. If you look at the community tab, it's only 2 new backers for this project and 73 returning ones. I stumbled up on this just now, and it looked awesome as I'm into trick-taking games, but I've not seen anything about it. So I think Victor, I would actually disagree a little bit with Victor there, because having 2 new means they have never backed anything on Kickstarter ever. Right, so it's really, really hard to get those people unless they're just close to you, because, you know, there's been a lot of projects on Kickstarter over the last decade plus. But I do think, you know, the exposure, and it could just be as simple as, like, dolling up your main image, right? Little stuff like that. I think if DDP would have sent review copies, say Eric Martin on BGD, who would play a lot of trick-taking, yeah, there's a lot of people who like trick-taking games. Hi, Victor, thank you for the good feedback, but we had indeed sent a copy to Eric. His gaming queue is rather long, but we need to keep in mind for other trick-taking games of ours. We provided 24 preview copies for varying previews globally about 6 months ago. As a small company, we're seriously hampered in terms of marketing money. Ow! 24? 6 months ago? I bet that was Gen Con. Oh, man, I've been there before. I've been on the one where it's like, yeah, I'm one of those 24. Not this time. Not this time, buddy. Ha ha ha! I'm still, you know, there's a lot of other stuff that I am on the end of that gun. But hey, by the way, more actual board game stuff coming in the near future. Love it, love it. Got my work area clear. Hi ho from Germany. Did you try out the prototype? I'm very positively surprised. It's easy to learn, easier than Tolerance, which is my favorite trick taking game. Tabletop simulator would be nice for, especially for a trick taking game. The betting is cool interactive. Thanks you. If we each visit Kicktrack each day or 2, click the visit Prime. Very true. So they're trying to get people engaged and churning it. Okay, final grade for this one. Oh man, no video. Just feels I have a hard time feeling so like I was annoyed when we didn't have a video, super annoyed. And then I went to the project, and I liked the project, and I want to try the game, and I like what they're doing, and I like a lot of the stuff they're doing. And then I get back, and I'm like, oh yeah, they didn't put a video though. And it's just like I have such a hard problem with that. It's like you're in high school and you're trying to get a date, and you're like, yeah, I got my cologne on, and I'm all dressed super nice, and it's like, yeah, but you haven't showered in 5 days. It's like, okay, it cancels it out, not having a video, like. And it could be just a personal touch. Like, yeah, it's another one where we love trick-taking, and I really would like, we got the this, that, the other things all smushed together on this board, and it plays really well and all this. And we also, like, you have so much to talk about. You have an interesting backstory. You have a really low funding goal. Like, super duper low. Which makes me probably say that this is probably an overpriced game. Which I did say earlier. Like, what were the actual amount of components we were getting? Because I doubt it was a lot. Let's look at the component list. That'll tell you. That'll tell you. So 64 cards, 3 golems, 1 score pad. Yeah. So this is like a terrible like value. Like, and I was like, yeah, I was wondering because this one, double-sided suit. Like this could be in a really small box. Like this could be a tiny epic box here. It looks like. Especially if you mini-tize stuff, or even just a slightly larger one. Maybe it is. I don't know. You told me in centimeters. Yeah, I guess I should. So what's 220 millimeters? 220 millimeters, 2 inches. I've forgotten 8.6. Yeah, that's a really, that box is way larger than you're probably gonna be want it to be. But whatever. It's not the end of the world. Final grade for Golem Run. Do I want it? Yes, I do. Not really because of what you did per se the most. I was honestly at the beginning I was because of what you said. So you did. You did. You hit me right from the jump. Racing, betting, trick taking. I'm in. I wish I knew 3 to 5 players. I wish I could do a lot more, but you got me. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. I'm not worried about you putting out a small box card game, because that's what this is. It's in a larger box than it probably needs to be, but it is, at the end of the day, a small box card game with a minimal amount of components. Not worried about it. $30+ for each one is totally fine. I mean, it's not a great price for how much is it, but it's a Kickstarter. You're not worried about this thing going to retail. You know, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to find it cheaper at Miniature Market, you know, in a month from now or something like that. That's not particularly what you're worried about. But at the end of the day, that video, that's just such an odd choice. Final grade is a... C? I think it's a C. I'd move those stretch goals up higher. I'd put this pledge, you just hit me with your price right from the jump. It's a great price. I'd spotlight that S and Spiel a bit more. You know? I'd spot, like, it's like little things you could do with a video where it's just like from the trick-taking experts who brought you these other trick-taking games or something like that. You could do so much. I'll go with C-. C-, Golem Run, Race, Bet, Fix, and Win. Looks like a super cool game, though. I'm intrigued on the game. Their track record does convince me a little bit. Like, if we're just talking about this just straight up brass tacks, like I look at the... Actually, let's just look at the designer, because I shouldn't look at the publishers, let's look at the designers. 1921, yeah, those are not... Those are way more misses than hits. 10's up. 10's not bad. 15. Okay. Either way, looks like a fun trick-taking game. Let me know in the comments what's your final grade. I'm going C-. As always, if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And please be sure, because I'm trying to hit 40,000 subscribers before I turn 40 next year. I'm trying to get better at saying that seamlessly. Bye-bye.